Muy buenas tardes a todos. Antes que nada quiero disculparme porque este video va a ser en inglés y entonces a todas las personas que no van a comprenderlo o van a poder disfrutar de este video me van a disculpar, pero él no habla así el español al 100 para poder llevar a cabo esta entrevista, y entonces vamos a mejor hacerlo en inglés para que sí no haya ninguna dificultades, y simplemente quería compartir un poco de su historia, un poco de lo que se encuentra él actualmente haciendo aquí en El Salvador. So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay,
I just briefly was telling everybody I wanted to apologize to people because for the most part my channel is in Spanish.
Okay.
So I wanted to apologize for the people that don't understand or won't understand our interview.
Okay.
But I just stated that I wanted to share a little bit of your story, a little bit of what you're doing here in El Salvador. And to me, it's great. Tourist area industry is opening up, not just to our fellow Salvadorians, but to the whole world.
Yeah.
And everybody is getting more open to the opportunity and to the option of, hey, let's go check out El Salvador. Yeah. I don't have to say this, but I know you personally. Yeah. People will be like, hey, I was considering going to El Salvador. What you gonna do out there?
They think it's dangerous. They think that it's always a struggle here. That for some reason they think everybody's poor here. They think it's not developed, and it's everything that I say. Old media says that, because like I'm a YouTuber, so we're new media. Like you're new media too. So we get a chance to go to these different places and these different countries and actually see what's going on in the country. And El Salvador is up next, guys. I'm telling you, you need to come to El Salvador.
Seen you had commented a couple times on my videos.
Yeah,
but exactly. And then I seen that you had your channel, but we actually linked up because of a mutual friend of mine.
Yes, JC.
JC, exactly. So shout out to JC, El Gallo Negro, and we previously had worked together in a company, and he's good people,
That's
good
cool.
people. But hey, before we actually get the video started, what you're actually doing here in El Salvador, give us a little background about yourself. I mean, obviously, is it safe to assume that you're a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And we call it Philly.
The brotherly love.
Yeah, brotherly love. I don't know if they know Will Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin Hart. I actually went to school with Kevin Hart.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't know him like that. But we
of course.
was at school. We was at high school. We at the same time.
I've walked the same hallways and shit like that.
George Washington High.
You grew up in Philly.
Raised there.
That's where you're from.
Yes.
You mentioned to me, in the little bit that we conversated on the phone and personally, that you've been to several Latin American countries.
Yes, I have.
Can you name the countries you've been to?
I've been to Mexico. As a matter of fact, I have a place to this day right now in Mexico. I have an apartment in Tijuana, Mexico. I've been all over Mexico. I've been Guadalajara, Mexico City, Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, Bacalar, Culiacan, and Mexicali, Tecate, Rosarito, Panama, Belize, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Honduras, Colombia. I've been all through the Caribbean, Nicaragua, all through the Caribbean. I've been to Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico.
Damn.
Back in the day, I've been to Germany, Italy, France. And Portugal. So I've been traveling a little bit.
You get around. Yeah. I get around.
Yeah, I get around. Oh yeah, Tupac song. I get around.
These travels throughout Latin America, how did that come about?
Yeah, I was living in Los Angeles. That's the last place I lived in the States. I was living.
And that was back then. What year?
Yeah, like you're talking like
2000?
2009, 2010.
Okay, 2009, 2010. You found yourself living in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And what happened? What was going through your head?
I had a friend. I was working for a drugstore chain called Walgreens. You heard of them?
Of course.
Yeah, I was working for them. I was a manager with them, and I had a friend that was from Mexico, and she used to commute back and forth. Like she would stay in LA 4 days and like 3 days in Tijuana, and I was like, why she keep going to Tijuana? And she told me she had a big house there. She lived in a gated community. Yeah. It was safe. It was nice. So one weekend she challenged me. She's like, yo, if you ain't doing nothing this weekend, won't you come down to Tijuana with me?
Yeah.
I went down there. She showed me where she lived. met her family, started to fall in love with Latin America, traveling back and forth there, and then I eventually got a place there, a house.
So initially, that's how it all began.
Yes.
It all began you making that weekend trip with your friend to Tijuana, visiting her surroundings and where she was at.
Yep.
Hey, cheers to you.
Cheers,
man.
man.
Cheers to that, man. Hey, always supporting our local economy, Cadejo. Please excuse us, right? We just got a little thirsty. Our throat got a little dry.
So we had to drink something.
After you and that initial trip, you were like, I need to go to Tijuana more often.
Yes. So then I ended up getting a property there in Tijuana in a place called Colinas de California.
Okay.
Like it was a new development, new gated community there. And I ended up getting a place there. And that's where I ended up staying for a while.
Once you got the place, you was like, you picked up, you packed your bags, and you was like, I'm moving to Tijuana.
I'm in Tijuana, but I still was commuting. I still commuted to the States to
what?
work.
San Diego?
Yeah, San Diego.
Okay, so you were still working in San Diego, but you was living in Tijuana?
Yeah. Cheaper to live there. The lifestyles are much more laid back, more relaxed. In the States is a wonderful place. There's nothing wrong with the States. It's where I'm from. It's where I grew up at. Got all my game there, but it's a hustle and bustle. It's always stressful, or you always
dog.
Yeah, you live in paycheck to paycheck, and
rat race.
It's a rat race, yeah. Unless you're a multi-millionaire, and then you might have a little different outlook on the U.S. But it's always a rat race.
I mean, even then, even if you're a millionaire, you still got people think that just because, let's say, you win the lottery or you making big money, that your hustle is over, or your fight or your struggle is over. You still got to fight to keep what you have.
Yeah.
Because just as easy as you got it, or as hard as you got it, you could easily
take it away like boom.
Exactly. I'm assuming that once you move to Mexico, this is what, like around 2010, 2011?
Yeah, 2010.
2010. Once you moved to Mexico, you started exploring more in Mexico, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm just not going to stay in Tijuana. Because I actually been to Tijuana back in the day when I was living in Philly. Way back in the day, I flew out here to California and I went to Tijuana. So I just had a brief understanding of it. But when I moved down there, I was like, look, I know Mexico it's more than just Tijuana. No disrespect to Tijuana, but I was like, there's more to Tijuana. So I had a friend named Justin. He took me to a place. Everybody knows it in Mexico, Guadalajara, Mexico.
Okay.
So that was like Jalisco. That's like one of the first places I went. We took a bus trip down there, and I was like, damn, Mexico's cool. Let me check out Mexico City. And then from there, I started hitting all the places. I even been to Monterrey.
Okay, yeah.
I've been to all.
That's on the other side.
Yeah.
That's on the other side of Tijuana.
Yeah. Been to Monterrey. I've been around, man. I've been around. So then after that, I was like, look, I need to go further. And I had a friend that he had some situations in the States, and he was deported to Belize. And he was down there like 2 or 3 years. Like you in Tijuana, won't you come visit me? And I went to go visit him.
Okay.
And then once I went to Central America, I was like, look, I need to see Guatemala. I need to see El Salvador.
How was your experience in Belize? Briefly. I know there's a huge Salvadorian community there in Belize.
Yep.
That's the reason why I want to put emphasis on that country, because I've never been there personally, but it calls my attention for the fact that we got a lot of people out there.
Yeah, the island called San Pedro. There's a lot of El Salvadorians there.
Okay.
And then I would say in southern part of Belize, there's a lot of, they come up to work in the tourism industry.
Correct.
Belize is big with tourism. Like that's their, I mean, I don't have to Google this. I know this from just being there plenty of times. Tourism is their main source of business in Belize. It runs the country. Everything is off for tourism.
So how was your experience out there?
It was cool. It's real laid back. It's real relaxed. Go to like the Keys. They call it the Keys, which is San Pedro, Key, or you want to go to southern Belize, which is Cayo, the Cayo district, and different like that. But it's then they have this place called Placencia. It's a real laid back place. It's a Caribbean vibe. It's like, I'm gonna call it the Jamaica of Central America. Okay. That's how you can describe Belize. Okay. They do speak Spanish there, but that's the only English speaking country in the Caribbean. I mean, not the Caribbean, but in Central America. Correct. But a lot of people do speak Spanish, but they also speak like a Jamaican dialect. It's called Belizean Creole. Anybody that's like want to go to a nice vacation, Belize would be a good place to go to.
After Mexico, it was Belize. Then what?
Went to Guatemala.
Guatemala.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming what was just like.
Just the city, like Guatemala City.
Okay.
Yeah, that's most of my trip has been Guatemala City, and then from Guatemala City, end up passing through Honduras a little bit, and then I fell in love with El Salvador. I was on my way to Panama, taking a trip down here, and I ended up passing through on the bus, because I took a bus trip, and I came to El Salvador, and El Salvador I had, well, let me go back a little bit. I had 2 girlfriends that I dated in the States from El Salvador, and they used to always tell me, oh, you don't want to go to El Salvador, it's dangerous, it's this, it's that. And then
they'll kill you.
Yeah, they'll
chop you up.
They'll chop you up
in 1,000 pieces.
Yeah,
they'll never find your body.
They'll never find your body. They're gonna use you for body parts and all that. So when I actually came here, and the bus, we stopped in El Salvador in this area called where we doing the video at Zona Rio,
Zona Rosa,
or Zona Rosa,
San Benito.
Or San Benito. I was like, this is not what I see. So I said I have to explore. So I end up staying here for like 2 or 3 days. I canceled my trip.
This was back what year?
This was 2017.
Oh wow, 12.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Recently.
Yeah, recently. So when I canceled my trip to go to Panama, I was like, I just told them I'll get on a later bus. I want to explore the town. So I started, walking around. I wasn't doing YouTube videos or nothing like that. Let me check out El Salvador, San Salvador. And the people were very friendly, very nice. And everywhere I went, the mall, the movie theater, the restaurants, the craft shops, anywhere I went, everybody was like good people. And I was like, damn, I really like this place. So then, after 3 days, I was like, all right, let me go to Panama, because that was my mission. Took the bus all the way down to Panama, the Tika bus. If anybody's trying to go through Central America, take the Tika bus.
Yeah, they're reliable.
Yeah, they're reliable, and it runs through the whole Central America. Mexico to Panama. Yeah. And it's like, man, it's like a plane on wheels. Like, they have a stewardess in there, they feed you.
They play movies.
They got play movies, they got internet. Yeah. Anything you need, you're going to be accommodated there. So I ended up going to Panama. Panama was all right. It's a good place. People hype it up. To me, it's like real more. It's American, the whole vibe, how everybody acts. And America, like,
even the pricey.
The pricey, yeah. Not the good part of America, but like the bad part of America. Like, it's real pricey. The females were hard to talk to. Even if they spoke English and I talked to them in English, it was just a different type of vibe. And I was like, I can't wait till I get back to El Salvador. So after I did my little trip in Panama, came back up, went to back to El Salvador, and I stayed here for like 2 weeks. I was like, I'm gonna stay here for 2 weeks. Because I like, maybe it was a fluke when I came before. Maybe it's in my mind that it's a nice place. Yeah. But I came for 2 weeks, the same vibe, the same friendliness, the same real laid back people, and I was like, man, I really like this country. And I travel a lot. So I've been to a lot of countries, and I can say, and I'm not even saying this because I'm here in El Salvador and I'm doing this.
Yeah.
These are some of the friendliest people I've ever met in my world, and in my life, in the world, in El Salvador. Laid back, friendly, welcoming, anything you need, accommodating, just laid back people. I don't even know if it's bad people here. The media says it, but I ain't meet none of them yet. Yeah, it's like, I know it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
You're good and you're bad everywhere.
It's good and bad. In the past, that's what's overshadowed the good of El Salvador. It's always been the bad, the bad, the bad. The media, that's what they feed off.